Baja racing is come down with technology and everything we have going on in the world today. Comes down to the seconds. You know, you can win by 1 second, half a second. We don't joke around with this. This is serious business for us, but at the same time, we like to have fun, and that's what we're here to do, is have fun. Hopefully we can be up front with the top guys.
The McMillans and Menzies and all those guys, they have it figured out. They know how to do this. We're working on it. We're working on figuring it out. If we have a good day, you know, there's a chance that we could be up in that upper echelon where we could capitalize on that. If those guys have a bad day, we're going to capitalize on that. And that's all there is to it. We're all committed to getting fast. Go.
Good job, Sam.
Good job, Jack.
Right here, slow down, we're going through this spin.
Mexico fans, the Baja fans are the best. You know, they really are. We love them to death, and it turns out they love us. You know, we are a new team down here racing in Mexico in the Baja races. We've been racing down here for about 2, maybe 3 years at the most, trying to get Sam and the crew to come down here for quite a while, and I'm so stoked that they came down here to experience what I've been able to experience for so long. And you'll go into tech today and seeing the kids with the posters, and you know, the t-shirt vendors have Baldi racing t-shirts. I mean, it makes you think that you are somebody, you know, but at the end of the day, we've always been somebody, but we're always our humble self, and we are just Baldi racing, and we love everybody, we love life, and but the most of all, we love the fans down here in Baja, and we can't thank all of them enough for supporting us. And as long as they keep supporting us, we're going to keep supporting them. And we hope to be here for a lot more years to come, even with the next generations of the Baldi kids coming up. If and when, you know, more kids from the Baldi family get involved in the racing and come up, you know, I really hope that, you know, Sam and I are the ones sitting back in the chair with a nice Tecate, watching these kids have fun just like we did. So it's really good, you know, and we can't thank all the fans enough.
I remember years ago, you know, when I used to come and see all these teams' names on t-shirts, and you know, I never really said it too much to anybody, but I always said that'd be kind of cool to have our name on t-shirts that people are selling. That happened today at Tech, and I got a little emotional about it because it's a pretty special thing to happen. The Mexico fans are worth coming down here, even if I got to drive a go-kart. It doesn't matter. The fans are what make it exciting to be here.
I personally have been doing this a long time. I used to be very, very nervous at the starts. I'm not anymore. You know, Sam's one hell of a good driver, and he's gonna go out there with a good mindset. He knows what he's got to do. You know, there's always nerves at the beginning of every race. And then after, you know, 5-10 miles, you settle in, and then it is what it is. You know, if the guy behind you is faster, then so be it. Who cares?
Great. Careful for this.
Having fun is the byproduct of everything that we do. If we can't have fun doing it, we're not going to do it. There's a lot of smiles and laughing that goes on in that truck. We have to make light of things. It does make the day go by faster, for sure. I see the dust, one, I get happy because we're catching somebody. Two, I start getting nervous because now we're gonna have to work really hard to make sure that we can get around that person. And it's very difficult once we get in that dust to not be overzealous and overdrive the truck and have a problem like run over a rock or whatever it is and get a flat and lose all the time that we just gained.
Dust is difficult. I've spent some time in the dust, and I gotta give it to some of them. You know, like those guys that could have the good navigators and reading those GPS as well and driving the dust. You gotta be a little bit off your rocker. It's very difficult to do that. It's super challenging. You don't see anything, but as soon as you see the dust, naturally you wanna push harder. But when you push harder and you get in there, it's very difficult to navigate through there. So, you know, hats off to those guys that can push through that stuff.
So you have to pick and choose those battles. You can't win the race in the first 100 miles, but you could lose it real quick. There's not a lot of opportunity to pass. There's not a lot of lines. You know, if people get antsy in there and you're in the dust and things happen, it's easy for somebody, even ourselves, to make a mistake, and you can be out of the running real quick here.
So Baja has a lot different terrain than what we're used to in the States. You know, I've noticed racing here last year that, you know, our notes and calls have to be spot on. We're moving really fast. One lapse in judgment and we're doing flips.
My bad. That was my bad.
Baja is just as much of a competitor as the drivers are. You know, Baja has a way of humbling people real quick. Things can go bad fast. You know, you have to beat the course before you can beat the competitors. The course will get you. You're not going to beat anybody else.